signals from alien civilizations, detected by an advanced artificial intelligence algorithm. Let's see if we've really received a message from ET and how far away these potential alien worlds are. Stay tuned to phone home with me, and if you like it, I'll be galactically happy to get a thumbs up and a comment, because that's how we get YouTube to show this video to even more people. Thanks guys and welcome. You know that feeling when you look up at the night sky, see all those thousands of twinkling stars, suns light years away, and just get fascinated and somehow humbled. Yet these few thousand stars that we see in the night sky are only a tiny fraction of all the stars that exist in the Milky Way. Even on a perfectly clear night, we can only see just under 4,500 stars, but there are probably at least 200 billion in the Milky Way. And even this tiny number of our visible neighboring stars makes us feel how small we are and how gigantic the cosmos is. Insane. And this automatically raises the question, is there an extraterrestrial civilization living on an exoplanet or exomoon in one of these almost innumerable star systems that sends signals into space like we do? Given the sheer mass of planets in our galaxy, this should actually be the case statistically. But the number of potential candidates for receiving alien signals has so far been rather poor. One of the better-known signals with a potential extraterrestrial origin is the WOW signal, which was received in 1977 and whose origin is still unclear. However, for some months now there have been strong indications that it originates from a star system in which there is an Earth-like exoplanet. That's a really strong thing, but there is still no definitive proof of an alien origin. Other promising signals often turn out to be terrestrial interference, so we are being fooled by our own technology. Radio astronomer Steve Croft says, the majority of the signals we detect come from our own technology, GPS satellites, cell phones, etc. So looking for technosignatures from an alien civilization is like looking for a needle in a haystack. With all the data we have already collected about the observable universe, this is really incredible, isn't it? Radio telescopes like Meerkat in South Africa alone produce terabytes of data every week. Shouldn't there be at least one tiny sign of life from an extraterrestrial civilization in there somewhere? Before we take a look at what the AI algorithm has discovered, let's take a little mood survey. Do you think there's an alien signal hidden somewhere in the data we've been collecting for decades? Have we ever received frequencies from an extraterrestrial civilization? Or do you think that the part of the universe around us is actually inanimate and silent? Feel free to write your opinion in the comments. Maybe we can get an exciting discussion going. I'd love that. Some researchers had exactly the same thought as we did, that there might be something hidden in the huge amounts of data that we have simply overlooked. That's why they simply took a look at the recordings of 480 hours of observation time from the Green Bank Radio Telescope. On behalf of the SETI Breakthrough Project, this telescope has closely observed over 800 stars and listened to them in the radio range. Apparently, however, they did not find any technosignature, i.e. no evidence of an alien civilization. But so far the data has only been read out manually, and as we know, humans are fallible. Except I. Oh, that means, except me. But now, for the first time, a new type of AI system has been allowed to look over the data. And what they have discovered is literally out of this world. The AI system can search through radio data more thoroughly than ever before, filtering out even weaker technosignatures from strong background noise. This is made possible by a series of adaptive algorithms. And that's why we can justifiably speak of artificial intelligence here, even if the term is now used almost inflationarily. The first AI system, a so-called autoencoder, is trained on the typical characteristics of technosignatures using signals deliberately inserted into the raw data. Of course, this is not a perfect system, as we do not yet know exactly what alien technosignatures would look like. But if they were even remotely similar to the signals we permanently send from Earth into space, then the AI could be trained to recognize them. It can also be assumed that such technosignatures would have a very narrow bandwidth and a very localized origin, i.e. emanating from a specific star system. The AI transfers this knowledge to a second algorithm, the so-called random forest classifier. This identifies potential alien signals in the raw data. The AI has therefore diligently combed through the data from the Green Bank telescope. No less than 150 terabytes of data. And indeed, it has discovered a secret alien message in the data, which I will now play for you here exclusively. Kidding. But I'd be very much in favor of the first alien signals that reach us being from the planet Melmac. But the AI has actually discovered something incredible, namely 8 radio signals with typical characteristics of technosignatures that were previously overlooked by researchers and older algorithms. So there are 8 potential alien signal candidates hidden in the 150 terabytes of data that we would never have found without better technology. Unbelievable. The research paper published on the findings states, these 8 signals, classified as interesting, come from 5 different stars located between 30 and 90 light-years away from us. These star systems are therefore located in our direct galactic neighborhood, and with 8 potential technosignals, the chances are not bad at all that these are really signals from an extraterrestrial civilization. All 8 radio pulses have the presumably low frequency range typical of technosignatures and were only detectable by the Green Bank telescope when it was pointed directly at the respective star system. This all sounds very promising. The only fly in the ointment is that the 8 signals have not been replicable since then. When the star systems were scanned again, no more such radio pulses could be detected. But we will continue to keep an eye on the 5 stars, and if an alien civilization that decides to send another radio pulse, we will find out about it. Or not, if it is interference after all, which is of course always possible. But the thought that this data almost disappeared in a dusty folder in the cupboard and that we only made this exciting find by scanning it again with better algorithms makes me nervous. Who knows what we'll discover when this new AI takes on the thousands of terabytes that are still lying dormant in the database at other observatories. And that is exactly what is planned. The research team now wants to apply this AI to the data from other radio telescopes. The Meerkat Radio Telescope facility mentioned above in South Africa will be next in line, and that will increase the chances of finding an alien message immensely. The astronomer involved, Peter Ma, says, "We are expanding our search to around 1 million stars. This will help us in our search for answers to the question of whether we are alone in the universe. So the chances of finding extraterrestrial signals are better than ever before. I am optimistic that better algorithms will do this in our lifetime. Catching signals is one thing, but even more exciting would be to be able to travel to these planets, to reach really distant alien worlds at some point. We will have to develop some kind of warp drive or even faster than light speed." A team of researchers has now discovered how we could do this. I've summarized everything you need to know about the speed of light in a video. Be sure to check it out and click on the video at the speed of light. And if you want to support the channel, treat yourself to some great plush planets and real meteorites in the Astro Shop. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video as usual. Take care, guys.